So the stocks I'm going to share with you guys, you definitely want to have an eye on. These are presenting opportunities and the data is adding up as well, which we're going to break down in today's video. And towards the end, you want to stick around because this penny stock is looking interesting. You do not want to miss this one. But here we are with the SPY showing strength, strong bull indicator there since the pre-market, sitting at around the 669 mark. And we also had a bull indicator sent directly over to our Discord going into the open and after the open at 10:05 a.m. A strong bull indicator that has not been canceled, and it's lasted here from around the 670 area to the highs up here of 673, and call options have gone up over 100% plus within minutes to an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive the clarity and edge and know about these stocks early on, and join the members using 42 Vision to gain that edge and use their knowledge plus the resources we provide over at the Patreon and Discord once you're connected to the 42 Vision indicators. The link is down below in the description and top pinned comment. We look forward to getting you connected. Now, Tesla was dropping today and it's trying to hold the support here and come back up. This is looking interesting. I will be watching for a possible bull indicator to cancel that bear indicator, but Apple turned out to be the home run of the day. Right at the open, a strong bull indicator there from the 256 level, hitting highs up here of 258.44, and it was sent over directly to the Discord here as well at the time of 6:35 a.m. That was sent over directly to the Discord, compounded with another bull indicator here on the 15-minute at the 256 area. Multiple confirmations and full strength there, and call options went up over 120% plus within an hour, guys. Once again, if you guys want to receive that clarity and edge and use the resources and get connected to our 42 Vision indicators, our bots, and also applying the knowledge that you have to navigate through the volatility, whether stocks are going up or going down with the edge that we provide, check out the link down below in the description. Now, the first penny stock here on the list is a penny stock that has gone up and now pulled back, and that is DFLI. It's under a bear indicator right now from the opening, and now it got canceled, right? This was the whole entire day's domination of weakness here from 143 to lows here of 123, and now a bull indicator popped up at 128. It's sitting at 125. And as this continues to try to pull back down, it's not just about the lower time frames, it's the larger time frames that matter here. And a full transition was done here from bright green bars to Wireford borders on this stock so far. And the Wireford borders area is what I call the dip area, right? It lets us see the areas of weakness and strength. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as extra layers of confirmation, which you can see it there popping up on the screen. Some of the members' gains and opportunities, how they went ahead and navigated using 42 Vision and maximized in the volatility and charts, whichever the direction, no matter where stocks were heading. And you can gain access to our A+ setup strategy, everything I break down on 42 Vision and the indicators by connecting to our Patreon and Discord. We look forward to getting you connected and having you join us. Now, DFLI is under a bear indicator, right? Dragonfly Energy Holdings Corp stock is falling and testing key support levels, but we have a few things here going on beyond the chart. It recently went ahead and had an announcement of pricing of 25 million underwritten offering of common stock. It had an offering. Okay, when you read here through this article, the one thing that should stand out is the amount, right? 25 million, 3 million shares, and it was at 125 per share. And the offering was expected to close October 7th, 2025. That is yesterday. Now, when we go back over to the chart, that was the drop here on the 6th when it was announced. The next date, it pushed up after the offering was closed all the way up to 171. And now it is below the 130 area and 125 offering level at 124. So we have crucial levels to look at, and this is presenting an opportunity because the offering is closed now. So the news is out, right? This stock ran on great news all the way from down here at 60 cents all the way up to 221. It's down at a crucial support where things held in the pre-market on Friday of last week before running up over $2. And now it is near that offering price. Anything below that tends to be actually a discount because we were at a premium of the offering. Now we're at the offering price. It already closed, and the total amount, right, was a percentage of the market cap. The market cap is 76 million, and the total amount of 3 million shares was worth 25 million. So if we look at that, that's about 30% of the value of the price. And at the time of the pricing of that chart, the market cap was probably a little higher, up near 180s. So that's already priced in that 25, 30%. And if there's any more room, it's anything between here and $1 that I'll be watching, right? Between 124 and $1. Keep in mind, this is a penny stock. They are risky. Okay, we do not want to ignore that. It is under a bear indicator on the 1 hour and even on the 30-minute. And I'll be watching for a bull indicator and inflows to pick up before making any decision. This is just to have it on watch and prepare because an opportunity is presenting itself here based off the news, the charts, and the levels that we're seeing and the data that it is showing. When we look at the inflow versus outflow here on Dragonfly Energy Holdings Corp, inflows came in here at 124 and we broke below that, and there's a pretty big gap here to fill, and that's down towards $1. And this is where I'll be watching between the 120 and $1 area because that needs to hold as support. Anything below $1, I may even ignore this. Now, the outflow level here at 133 is the first resistance that the bulls really need a breakthrough with significance to even try and retest the highs of the day at the open of 143 and the pre-market at 150. And then you have an inflow level here that pushed things up yesterday from 142 to 171. So we are seeing right now the 140 to 150 area as a crucial area before another breakout to retest 171 and even go higher than that. And we could see it on the 5-minute as well, right? These outflows are super important, and the inflow level here of 133, 140, 150, and then try to retest 170. And then the next level above that is the outflow levels of 180 to 190. And then you go all the way out towards the 15-minute, huge inflow level here, and it's fighting to hold that support, the 121 area. If that gets broken through, then it's down towards $1 to 110. And then if this can hold, again, it's that outflow level here up at 145, the largest part of the inflow level that held things up and ran it up towards $2, and then also try to bounce it up yesterday. So 140, 150, crucial. If that gets broken through, you have the beginning of this outflow level up here of 168, 170, and then all the way up towards 184. And then we can start reassessing up north of $2. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside with this one. Now, this stock is BKYI stock, BioKey International Inc. stock. Now, this stock is outflow driven. I mean, look how big these outflows are at the 360 level and down here at 128, and then all the way down here towards 86 cents. This is below $1. This is a very risky penny stock, and this has nothing to do with fundamentals right now. This is just pure data of what I'm seeing. The first thing is this stock likes to run. It hasn't really ran since way back in the beginning of this year between April and May, and then also back in last year's end of the year runs in September, in October, and also December going into January. Is it expected to do that or guaranteed to do that? No. Okay. I do want to clarify that it is not expected or guaranteed to do that. And there's huge outflows here that need to be broken through. And when we zoom into the 30-minute, we can really see there's slight inflows down here holding up this chart above 70 cents. And then there's an outflow level here recently at 77. Okay, and there's a huge gap to fill up towards 111. And then a huge resistance here that has been rejected multiple times near 87 cents, which is about 10 to 15% above the current levels of this stock. Now, why is this one interesting to me? It's this data alone, okay? BKYI, this came out in September 17th, okay? The trade dates was back in September 15th and 16th. The CEO, okay, Chief Executive Officer, went ahead and bought a total of 3,000 shares at 79 cents. And historically, when CEOs do this, they're not just trying to show conviction in their company. They see something long term, and this is the person that is focused on creating this company to go in the right direction. And this one really stood out to me. This was a penny stock that was actually sitting at around $3. Okay, this did take almost 2 years to pan out. The person never sold again. You could see it here. This person held 2.7 million at the time, and then they still own 2.86, and they purchased on January 13th of 2023, okay, 250K at $3, and then they sold, right, a total amount of shares less than the amount that they bought. So they're still profiting on that total amount, another 50,000, because they sold only 33,000 of them for 546 at $16, guys. That's very interesting, very impressive, and that stock really ran, okay? If we look it up, that stock actually ran tremendously. It was a big, big mover over the course of time, and you could really zoom out here and just look at it. Back in April, it was sitting at $6, and it hit highs up here of 24, okay? So that stood out to me. That happens a lot with penny stocks, and that's what I found interesting with this one, okay? Could it take several years for it to run higher? Sure. There's another thing too that I found interesting. Towards the end of last year, it really ran, okay? From 2024 to 2025. And if I put this on the 1 day, we could look back here in January of 18 and December of 2017, how it ran as well going into June. And then it's done it before as well, from December to June and July and January and stuff like that, that it runs for that 3 month to 6 month period. And here we are after split levels, okay? The most recent split was a 1 for 18. So this is a heavily diluted stock and company. The CEO bought some more, and this stock likes to run several points up around the end and beginning of the years, and then sometimes extended up towards January to June. But based off what we see here in the charts, it's happened before towards the end of the year. And here we are in October, okay? Maybe the stock has news coming out soon. I would have to do more research. That is just what stood out to me the most about this stock. It is, again, a penny stock below $1. And one of the lowest points that we could see here in the chart recently is 62 cents. It's sitting at 74. And it has had some spikes here throughout the year, hitting highs up towards $1 this year alone, right here, between May, June, and then the most recent spikes is 87 cents. And there's a big inflow level here, down here, way back in August, right? And it's been holding it up, so that is something to not ignore. It recently touched it and ran up from 72 to 85, and it's sitting at 72 again at these lows and back up to 74, and it needs to break this inflow / outflow level to go ahead and do the next leg up and try to retest 84 and break out towards the $1 area. So that's what I'm going to be watching on this one, and if inflows and bull indicators can pop up for that penny stock. Now, this one here is Open Door, the meme stock that everyone is expecting to squeeze beyond $10 to $12 and up north of $15 if 12 can break, right? That is the speculation. And again, this is a meme stock that has squeezed after the news of the board being changed and also having the founders come back and join, right? And the new CEO. So the stock has an outlook, right, of expectations of growing, of using AI and in the real estate industry, and everything being done online, right? And much more streamlined, and skipping over some steps, making things more efficient. That's the goal with Open Door Technologies Inc. when it comes to the real estate world. If you are now finding out about it, and if you know about it and you know anything else that I missed, share it down below in the comments section. Now, we are seeing here a bear indicator on the 15-minute. There's a little bit of volatility here, even on the 30-minute. There was a nice pop here since the last video that we made. We were looking for 880 to break and then 912, and it did. It went all the way up to 962, but we keep rejecting key outflow levels. When I pull it up, we will see it. This needs to get a bull indicator, okay, that is strong, not just on the 2-hour, but also here on the 1 hour. Okay, there's a bear indicator here actually canceling out that momentum at $9. We need them to all align together, and we have lower time frames under bear indicators. So for as long as this 2-hour holds here and we don't break that support of 834, the bulls may have a fighting chance here, and I'll be watching if inflows can follow and cross the midpoint, right, to justify any move to the upside. And then we also see here the strength of the support here at $8, and then the resistance of that outflow level here on the 2-hour at the 960 area. It is no mystery why we rejected there. And it's also no mystery what's holding up this chart. These inflows down here from $4 and $6 and 580 area. Now, if you zoom in and look at it from the 30-minute, okay, we could see the clear inflow level holding up this chart. It's $8, and then the outflow level here that needs to be broken through was above 972. It couldn't, and then it's rejecting twice after that level being touched and getting close to it here yesterday and today. It needs to break that level, and then the next outflow level is up here between 10 and 1027. And then if we look at the 15-minute, same thing. No mystery why we rejected there, but we keep trying to bounce, okay? This inflow level is strong, and this is where 42 Vision lets us see the strength of trend with our bull and bear indicators, and then the strengths of supports and resistance through the volatility with our inflow versus outflow. And you can see it here popping up on the screen. One of our members' opportunities and experiences today when he's been trading the last few days and what he was experiencing today in the volatility using the 15-minute. And it's so awesome that the bull and bear indicators have been pretty dialed in and letting us catch opportunities through the volatility, and you can gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description. We look forward to getting you connected and having you join us, and then you can be equipped not just with the knowledge that you have, but also with resources and tools to simplify your trading experience through the volatility. So Open Door, $8 needs to hold, and it needs to break that 957. And then there's huge outflow levels up here near that 980 area, and then up towards 1050 to 1070. If those can get broken through, the bulls may start to push, right, the shorts out of their positions, causing another squeeze that can run up to 12 or 15 plus based off of the speculation and levels that many are sharing online. I look forward to seeing your thoughts down below. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.